Land of the Brave, it's the NSK here, and this is the Industry Loop podcast. Now, whenever I open up our conversations on our podcast, I would always do it with a smile, and with a vibe, that Vuma man, that Vakumona spirit. But unfortunately, it can't be the case today. And it can't be the case today for obvious reasons. We are celebrating and mourning that's the departed President Geingob, who I think we all know was Namibia's standout and favorite president, our third sitting president passing on recently. And the reason why it's a bit somber for me specifically, and for all of us behind the scenes also at Industry Loop, is because this was a gentleman who really loved arts. He really loved music. He understood the importance of what we do. Yes, we could debate all day, every day about budget allocation, about parliamentary and parliamentary provisions here and there. But there's only so much one man can do, isn't it? And that's why you have a cabinet. And that's why you delegate these things to the next person, so that we can all come to the table and achieve a common ground. But no one can debate and dispute the fact that our president, the late departed Dr. Hage Geingob, loved the arts. As a matter of fact, we would love to demonstrate a clip to you, just a quick clip to show you how dynamic President Geingob was, and in understanding the entertainment space, understanding music, understanding the art, different forms of art, whether it's dancing and so on. I want you to watch this clip real quick. Maybe you can also rate his dancing skills in this clip. Have a look real quick. We'll be back in a bit. You see? I told you. It's a gentleman that understood and that appreciated us. He appreciated artists. He appreciated entertainers. So yes, from all of us here at Industry Loop, the crew behind, we would really love to use this opportunity to wish Madam Geingob all the strength, and the family and the kids all the strength, and know that we are here with you. So now moving on. Industry Loop 2024. 2024, if you thought 2023 was explosive, then you need to get ready for 2024. Now in 2023 we had explosive conversations, and it was our debut year. We were learning, there was complaints about our sound, there was complaints about our lighting and our set. Our set is still not multi-million dollar, but we'll get there, okay? Especially in 2024, that is the plan and that is the aggression. And I would love to use this opportunity to reach out to corporate Namibia and say, here is a platform that has the biggest personalities in the countries come to this platform and tell their story and own their truth. Maybe, just maybe, you ought to invest and associate your brand with the biggest podcast in the country. Now, what we're going to do today is is something that is enshrined in how we go about our media in Namibia. And that is right of reply. And I've said this countless times last year. If you felt aggrieved one way or another from the conversations that we've had with some of our guests, you are more than welcome to reach out to us. We will never ever deny you the opportunity and to give you the right of reply. Where you feel you've been mentioned or you want to set the record straight, please, we implore you, because we've had many guests. Our guests have come, they've name dropped many people, and we implore you, if you felt you were aggrieved, the right of reply, the platform is here. Please reach out to us, and we will give you the platform. Now, one such gentleman that exercised this function that is enshrined in how we go about things in this country is Sula. Last year we had conversations with Lis Ros, and we had a conversation also towards the end of the just bringing in different analysts, just industry people who watched the podcasts and felt, okay, you know, NSK, could you allow me perhaps to add my analytics to some of the things that were said on your podcast? And one such person was also Ruke. And she also mentioned a couple of things. So we will come back. That's the chairman of NASCAM. But first things first, by heart, he is the founder of Ogopa Butterfly Namibia. Good day, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Compliments of the
Compliments, please, and welcome back to the platform.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the Lis Ros conversation.
No, I think let's start with the
with the Lis Ros conversation because remember the Lis Ros podcast came out first.
Yes, before,
and then Ruke's one was the last one.
Yeah.
And perhaps what we're going to do is we're going to run back just maybe 2 clips, just context for you. We will run back the bit where she said that you didn't make her.
Yes.
And then perhaps also the bit where she explained that the payment issues.
The payment issues, yes.
The remuneration issues, yes, where she felt a bit betrayed and she felt it came in half and later there was nothing that also came in. And then there were months that were skipped.
Yeah.
So let's run those clips back real quick just for you to get some context, and then we'll come back to Sula just to give him also right of reply.
So it started with stuff like you not getting paid on time. And then when you don't get paid on time, you get half of, and then it went from not getting paid on time to getting half of your salary. And then it goes from half of your salary to you not getting paid for X amount of months. You know what I'm saying? And then one lie starts to build, and then, then the lies are starting now. And then you cannot come and lie to me while I know what's happening in the business. And I hated it when Sula said that. He loved saying, yeah, I made you. I hated it.
Oh, snap. That's something that he would say.
Yeah, and I was like, dog, don't say that. You didn't make me. You did not make me. All you literally did was you were a catalyst placed by God at a certain time, at a certain place, for you to enhance and push.
Because you could have been terrible. You could have been.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Or it could have been another production house.
It could have been another production house.
Else.
Yeah.
Don't ever say you made somebody. My talent has been there, God given.
Welcome back in the Loop with the NSK, the biggest platform or biggest podcast in the country for that matter. You just watched a couple of clips by Lis Ros in which she discussed her situation when she was at Ogopa, the same Ogopa that our gentleman in studio here, Sula, is the founder and head of, and we're giving him rightfully his right of reply. Sula, where do you want to start? Which bit caught you?
We'll start with making. I mean, making is a big thing. Making in our creative industry, there's a lot of making. There are many creatives out there are sitting at home and they don't have platforms to express their creativity, to show off their creativity. They are talented individuals out there, But if you don't create that platform for them, they might end up dying with their talent. Am I right? Am I right?
I can concur. Yeah.
If I find you are nobody, and I give you a platform and you become a somebody, you've never emceed in your life. You've not been invited to big corporate events before. I give you a platform, and suddenly you start getting gigs for emceeing. You start getting invites for corporate events. People start knowing who you are. How do you term that? That platform has made you. That platform has made who you are. Before I knew you, I can only say Radio Energy made you. I know Radio Energy gave you the platform for me to know who you are and appreciate you. Are you getting me?
I've had my before.
Before Energy, I never knew who you are.
100%.
You might have been the craziest MC, DJ out there with the biggest talent. I didn't know who you are. I know you from Energy. So if I have to say, I'll give props to Energy. Energy made who you are. And further, you went to Fresh FM. So the people who don't know you from Energy, the younger ones, could only know you now from Fresh FM, and they'll say, I know him from Fresh FM. So it's easy, and I don't think people should take it personal. If somebody makes you who you are, we make artists. I'm a music label. I make artists from nothing to somebody who fans look up to. That's my job. I add value. So if you're gonna debate with me, I didn't add value to you, then I'm asking you, where were you before me? And where are you after me? It's clear. It's all over the world. Investors are people who put their money onto somebody, onto something that they believe in, to bring it to people, to be used as a service, to be consumed. You understand? But if you're going to go there and tell me later that I've made who you are, and I remind you, humble yourself. Humble yourself, young man. If it wasn't for me, you'd not have gotten that MC gig. My platform, which is the Your Countdown, made you get fans up there. Made that corporate person say, wow, I can use as an MC.
I mean, now that you mention this, look, she does say that maybe where she feels you didn't make her is the fact that she alleges that she produced, she scripted, she literally did everything in that chain of command to the final product coming out on our screens.
What does production mean? I mean, I have a concept. I have a roadmap of my concept. Just like this program. You're sitting here. I don't have to. There's certain programs where you don't need a whole lot of people, depending on the budget of the of the project. You understand? Yeah. But I've got a concept that I put there. This is the Your Countdown. My intro will be NSK. I want the intro to be about what transpired this weekend, entertainment-wise. Yeah? Go read about what happened this weekend. who performed, what event was happening. I want you to put it in your own words. Then my second segment, I've got 10 videos with SMSs.
SMS code.
With SMSs that actually came in. The more the SMSs, that's arrange them from number 1 to number 10 according to the number of SMSs that came in for voting.
Yeah.
And the concept is you need to call up the video, the name of the artist. Yeah. My production team will arrange, will go and put in videos. It's my concept. I've given it to you. You're a creative. Put that into. Is there something you're doing? I can see you're doing the same thing here. Are you going to tell me tomorrow, oh, my choir, doctor, the concept was mine, or I produced and... Come on. That's my copyright. That's my concept. The concept of the Yokandan was not to be in a box. It's freestyle. It's called freestyle. Now I bring your concept.
So that personality
exactly. It can come out. Yeah. I don't want to box you. You're gonna freestyle, but in this direction. Don't go above board. Stay in this lane.
But it's a
wide lane. Then you wanna take over my concept? You're gonna say you produced. I'm on set. I'm directing you. Stop. Cut. Continue. No, repeat.
A majority of the time you were
I'm on set.
You were on the ball.
I go and sit with my editor. Yes. No. This graphics. No, it comes here. No. Okay. Before you take my program to One Africa, I must watch it. I'm the executive director and producer of the show. I must sign it off. You didn't sign it off for me. You didn't know my dream. I just gave you a platform. You're my employee. Are you getting me? So at what point you come and say, what do you want me to do? You want me to write it down for you? Okay. Segment 1, e-news. Segment 2, say it this way. Our top 10 artists of this month is...
I mean, that's how it's done today. That's how it's done today, Mos. They call it Mos. Come on, product Mos.
Yes, but you don't have to write. People should understand.
Yeah.
And I think what's his name? I was reading the beef between Maporisa.
Oh, and Prince KB.
And Prince KB.
Yeah, okay.
And it goes the same. How it was explained later. It's like, dude, you don't have to be. You don't have to sit down on a desk to produce music to be a producer. You don't have to. You need to know what you want. Producer, you just stand and say no in this direction or in that direction. No. You don't have to physically sit down and produce music or video or movie. No, you don't have to. You can employ and just be the head of production. When I say I'm the producer of God level, don't picture this dude sitting behind in the studio, piano and playing keyboard, playing that. No. I come with a concept which I sell to that keyboardist to play for me. Okay? And I direct it in the manner that I want it to be. And not necessarily be part of the actual playing. I'm a producer of the song. So you don't have to physically. It's about concept and what vision you have for what you want to produce for your end product. That makes you a producer, a director, which is different from an author. I mean, we also know, just because the book said authored by President Obama, it does not mean he necessarily sat there and wrote
sentence sequencing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are people there who write, and he just makes sure that they write what.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can copyright it and make sure it's in his vision. Are you getting me?
I get you.
So that's what I want the viewer to understand, our industry to understand.
How about you mentioned... I understand you 100%. Yeah. I mean, look, Sula, what I always say, especially on this platform, is that, and that's why we've created this platform.
Which is good.
Do you understand? Yeah. Essentially, there is, I mean, her truth, your truth, and the actual truth. And that's why we're giving you right of reply.
Yeah, but this is, what I want is not only for her, but for the industry,
of course,
to understand. Because it's not only her. There are many people who go there say things, not only from Ogopa, but from other music labels or production houses. They should understand. When you're going to claim something, understand what you're claiming is yours. Don't take away what's mine and make it yours. Don't let me take away what's yours and make it mine.
Unless, of course,
it's stealing.
Unless she, of course,
it's infringement. It's infringement of copyright.
Yeah. Unless, of course, she came with a concept to
exactly. Yes. You know. I discovered her.
Yeah.
She was brought to me by a friend, and she went. She was not the only person that I
was considering.
Yes. That at that time, there were many auditions. She came to audition, and I said, "Wow, I think this is what I'm looking for." She didn't come to look for me to put something together for her. No. She was brought by a friend to audition. Had already auditioned a few people. If you know Lady Black.
Oh, back then, wow.
You know Lady Black?
Yeah.
She was one of the people in the auditions. She was one of them. She can.
Yeah, she's excellent.
Yeah. And I was about to give it to her before I met
Lis Ros.
Lis Ros.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I saw this, what I liked about her actually was that I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but where she comes from.
The diversity.
You know what I'm saying? Where she comes from, being an Nama Damara. How she could articulate. She stood out for me. She was a cell for me. And I will not deny that she did well for the year countdown. And I got so many taps on my back. Wow, you got an eye. So you have an eye. How did you get that person? She's unique. She's not your everyday presenter. The features, excellent features, beautiful features. From the minority. Are you getting me?
I hear you. It's just TV. That's how
TV
works.
That's how TV works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So but I brought her into what I've scripted.
Your vision.
My vision. Not her vision. And I gave her the key. Gave her instructions. Here's the key. Feel free. Was I wrong? Tomorrow you become big-headed and I tell you, dude, humble yourself. I made you. Don't forget where you're coming from. Then you tell me, no, you didn't make me, you didn't make me. But who were you before the Yo Countdown? Who knew you in this industry? I'm not talking about your friends. I'm not talking about your college. But in this industry.
Nationwide.
Yeah. You knew her through the Yo Countdown. Am I right? Did you know Lis?
Correct. I didn't know her before the Yo
Exactly.
Countdown. I did it.
So will I be wrong to say the Yo Countdown made her? And who made the Yo Countdown?
Who made the Yo Countdown tick?
It's my drive. It's my concept. It's me giving away videos. I'm the only production house in this country that gave away free videos. That attracted a lot of viewership. That created a lot of competition. It's just a concept. You become number one several in a row, 4 times in a row in a month, you win a video, a free video, courtesy of Ogoba Butterfly. We shoot it for you. Jericho was one of the winners. If I remember well. Though we had 15, 20 winners in the season.
That is incredible.
It's incredible.
And also
So
contributes towards the
what
growth of
I'm
the
saying,
industry.
it's a concept.
Yeah.
It's a concept that sells. You could have a flat concept and bring up your most brilliant, talented, whatever. They will never take it off. We've seen that happen. But respect the man behind the concept. I knew what the industry wanted. There was talk in the whole industry. You are my witness. Ogopa had good videos. I knew every other artist, second artist, wanted a video from Ogopa Butterfly. So I knew to create hype and viewership, which I promised my One Africa, was to do things that are different. Give back. You have to give back for you to get something. You have to give back to get something. That was 20K we're giving back, 15, 20K we're giving back. Because a video at that time was between
15 to
20K. There's a lot of money to give. But we knew it is going to help to build the industry, create that hype, and elevate that talent. It was a good program. It was well received.
Conceptualized by you.
Yes. So you can't come tomorrow and try to take my copyright, try to push it on your side just because I made you the face of my concept.
But you didn't make yourself. It's the
Yes.
concept that made you.
Yeah.
And the concept was created by? Okay. The issues that she mentioned about around remuneration, where one, she would get half payments, lack of communication.
I'll tell you what. We all come from very different backgrounds when it comes to money. Makwaya was working for One Africa back then. When I sold this program to One Africa, I sold it with Lis Ros. I didn't want to pay. I didn't want Ogopa Butterfly to be paying. So the first 2 years, Lis Ros was being paid by One Africa. Directly.
Okay.
I made it clear, signed a contract between One Africa, so they pay you directly. But remember, and people forget, third parties, that show is on One Africa, but it's not owned by One Africa. It was sponsored by different entities.
Yeah.
That's third party. One Africa will not pay. Come end of the month, if the sponsor has not paid into One Africa, I was getting paid by One Africa, but it's not because because I went to sponsors as One Africa.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Are you getting me? So the sponsor has to pay One Africa for One Africa to pay my people and pay what my production fees to Ogopa Butterfly.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to third-party payments, there usually delays. One Africa will not take their money until the third party has paid into that money.
So it's a bit of a chain, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a chain. And if you're coming from a background where you have nothing else but looking at that, it frustrates you sometimes. And I'm sure many viewers will attest to that when you're an individual and you are expecting money from a third party, you have to be patient. I'm not paying you from my pocket. I'm an entrepreneur. I've come up with a concept. I've sold it to a third party, and it's being driven by this channel. But there's a chain of payment. And that's why I didn't want. So because of the frustration she was giving that side,
Oh, to One Africa?
yes, they ended up dropping it back to me, says, no. Are you getting me? Because of the frustration, not being impatient, they said, no, we can't take this stress. They reversed back to me, said, no, Ogopa, take care of your own people. We'll just pay you, you pay your own people.
That's now after 2 years now.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because they're frustrated. But at the same time, I'll make it clear. I don't like paying. I don't like paying. Guys, I don't like paying. I'm not good at paying. Why? I don't like paying people who take chances. You can fight me, you can call me names. I have employed so many in this country, in this section of entertainment. And those who have worked for me know me very well. I can guarantee you there's nobody in Namibia today that can come and say, point a finger at Ogopa Butterfly, at Sula, you still owe me money. I don't owe anybody money in this industry.
That's a big statement, my man.
Yes, I'm saying it live.
In 2024.
Yes, please, if I owe you money, comment on this channel, and they'll call me in. We come sit here, give me your invoices, what you did for me, and I pay it to you. I don't like paying people who take chances. You cannot become that person that gets paid, come late for the production, miss some productions. I ended up using the makeup artist. If you guys didn't notice that sometimes the makeup artist will stand in. But the end of the month comes, you're running, I should pay you. You know what I'm saying?
So it got to that.
It got to that where I say, you know what, I'm not going to jump.
But before that, the payment was not inconsistent. Sorry, like the cause of her coming late and whatever.
Yes, now that when it comes to me,
all right.
You see now, this is not Ogopa. We know how to. Everybody, every company, every individual, every entrepreneur know how they run their businesses. And I said, truly speaking, sometimes people who have worked for me know your content was one of the income streams for the company, but we had other mainstreams. But if your department that you're working for is dragging because of your mess, and then you want to run end of the month to me, and then I should jump and go and look for that money to give you, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. I know how I'm going to make you how you made me feel indirectly. You'll beg for that money. You're not special. And the reason, it came to a point where we say, no, I think it's enough. Miss J, please take over. Are you getting me? I think take over, Miss J. it got to that point where we had to amicably separate, go our ways.
And by the time you went your ways, you settled whatever was owed to her.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't owe. If she was to wait, like I'm saying, that 3 months, I don't even remember it, because there's no way One Africa. There's only one time when we will change sponsorship. The period will end, waiting for renewal. Then there's no payment, but you have to continue. You are doing this without sponsorship.
Yeah.
It's going on. Man, it's the love of what you're doing. One day that corporate that will see the beauty of what you're doing will come in. And that's the hustle. When that day comes, dude, you'll be celebrating, all of you. The 4 of you. This is time you're putting in. But you need to start somewhere to get to a certain place where you want to go.
Yeah.
You need to put in. You're all putting it in here. Everybody's putting in. But it shouldn't be that one of you now, come month end, they bring all their problems to you. NSK, dude, you need to pay me. Are you getting me? So yes.
While you were not consistent, while you were not, etc., etc.,
etc. You are the one who's coming late, missing. Then we have to postpone the shoot because of you. You know what I'm saying? It's this problem to this problem. To a point we say, you know what? I don't think this is going to work. If I made her, I can make someone else. And guess what? We continued. And we did what we did.
With Miss J now.
Louis Mnana started on the Your Countdown also. I can probably say I contributed
to his journey.
If he goes and said, hell no. Nobody knew, a section knew him. But the Your Countdown contributed. They gave him a platform where he became a presenter.
And he went on to go do Voyage and all that. Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So I don't think people should take it personal if somebody says, and truly, if you know truly that this platform contributed to who I am today, give credit where it's due. Don't bash it. What I saw was being bashed. I was being bashed. So what is that for? That's 10 years after you left me. You're still talking about me. I was very important then. 10 years later, after you left my production, you're still talking about me? I'll expect you to be on DSTV.
By now.
Or in Nigeria somewhere. By now. There's a reason why you are not there. Ask yourself. There must be a reason why you're not there. There's a reason why you're not somebody now in this entertainment industry. Because of the ego. The industry humbles you. There is no place that humbles you like an industry where you survive on the mercies of fans. They can humble you. And that's this industry we're in. It has humbled those artists who felt untouchable. Today, we don't know where they are. So that's why I was shocked, like, wait a minute. What happened in between? Where are you now? If Ogopa Butterfly, Your Countdown was a problem, where are you now? Speak from a point of
elevation.
Yes, elevation. and make me regret.
And make you eat humble pie.
Yes. But if you went everywhere, I'm sure you took the same habit every other place, and she was at Fresh FM. While she was working for your countenance, she tried Fresh FM. She humbly told you she's not a morning person. She was given a morning show, one of the best shows. She couldn't keep it up. You don't show up at Fresh FM how many times? They give the place away back to someone else, innit? Am I right? So she took the same behavior to the same entity, to another entity. And that's why she is where she is. That means I was not the problem. But your countdown truly put her to a place where if she was asking for any other gig, it was about herself. Because that's where you start. It's just a kickstart. When someone gives you here, we know people who have studied here and they're here now. We know them. They exist.
In this country.
In this country.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's get to the Ruke issue then.
Yeah. For the Ruke issue,
Yeah.
simple. I mean, I felt.
Wait, hold that thought. Let's run the Ruke clip real quick.
Yeah.
The bit where she commented and she said, "Look, she also knows of artists.
I felt
that
she
also had their versions of you."
Exactly. I felt she personalized. For me, that's not. That's not an analyst.
Okay, hold that thought.
Yes.
Hold that thought. Let's run that clip real quick. We'll be back in a bit, just so that you can get a bit of context, and then we'll continue with Right of Reply episode today. NSK Industry Loop Friday.
As much as we hear things from Sula, we in the industry have also heard things from artists who have worked with Sula, that there were problems on both ends. There were problems from the artist's end for Sula, there were problems from Sula's side from the artists. So I'd like to think that Frida left him or left his table for her own very valid reasons. And yes, even though currently the person that she's with, who's doing her music right now, who's helping her with her music right now, isn't of the same caliber as the producers that she used to work with, hence her music not sounding the same, maybe she's in a better place.
Industry Loop with the NSK. Every other Friday, we bring you explosive episodes, and what we're doing today is just giving right of reply. By the way, you will see a couple of these episodes throughout the year where we grant people the right of reply. It's enshrined in how we go about media in this country. What was it, Makoy? What was it? The Windhoek Declaration, enshrined in the Windhoek Declaration, and so many other self-regulatory articles that we look at it. So now we've got Sula in the studio. You just saw a clip of Ruke sharing her analysis of the episode that we had, Sula, and the bit where we spoke about freedom, which, by the way, again, I'd like to re-emphasize, we've reached out to Dr. Mondo. Our calls and replies are not being picked up, and they are not being replied. Let's leave it at that. Ruke shared her analysis.
Yes.
On that podcast, especially the Frida, the girl level issue.
Yes.
And she was saying, as you rightfully heard now, she was saying that, but there are also things that we hear about Sula.
Yeah. And I felt she took things personal. When you analyze something, you don't personalize. And you must first watch something, understand it, then analyze it. And what brings me here is, I don't think she understood. The reason I was here, you can correct me, was to bury the narrative that Frida and Ogoa Butterfly left were enemies. I made to make it clear that we blessed Frida when she came to us that she wanted to leave
And
for
pursue
greener
another opportunity.
pasture. That was the reason for us to come here, was,
Yes, yes.
was to clarify that we as Ogopa Butterfly, we had never had a fallout with Frida. Frida came to us to ask our blessings because she had been approached for greener pastures. That's the reason that brought us here. Am I right?
No, you're correct.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're correct in the sense.
It was not to
the
fight.
main issue was Agopa.
It was Ogopa.
Sorry, but was a GAL level.
GAL level.
The possibility of a reunion.
And that we didn't have any beef or any hate between Ogopa Butterfly and GAL level or with Frida. And we were for the reunion. Am I right?
Fact, yes.
Who are not against it.
Even in the radio interview.
Even the radio interview, it was very clear.
Yeah.
So Ruke, I didn't come here to bash Frida. I didn't here to come for that. I came to clarify, it's the platform, but at the same time, we touched base on her current productions, which did not balance or fit with her, which you as the presenter also was on my side, that truly that's not what we know that Frida can produce, can bring out.
Up until we get an explanation from her team.
And I think it was legitimate, because until today, those songs died. If they were truly trying something new, then it didn't work out. It was, and we need to shy away from buying faces, and that's what has made our industry stagnant. We're not moving forward because now I want to be a friend of this person. I might not, dude. If he's doing something wrong, don't pretend. Tell him the truth, because the truth will help him. We were trying to help. If something is not right, it doesn't matter, because I'm trying to help from the experience that I have with the person. You don't say that's hate. You don't say I'm trying to, I must give people a chance to do something. That is not something different. If you know about music, okay, if you understand music, that isn't a new style. There was no creativity. There was no direction. I'm speaking from experience, not from hate. And it showed. I got so many calls after that interview. I think I'm the biggest trender in this show, right? My interview
top three.
Yeah.
With Dinaf and Jericho.
And Jericho.
Yeah.
I got so many calls saying, but you're right. We've watched this and it doesn't make sense. That's not Frida, not the Frida we know. And that's the point I was trying to make, Ruke. I was not hating on Frida, neither his production house. I was trying to be real, not fake. Sometimes people take people who speak the truth as enemies, and those who hide the truth from their so-called friends as friends. And I saw that happening. Please don't make me enemies for no reason. I am an industry expert. I have an opinion. You cannot come, Ruki, and tell me about production. You've never produced anything to do with music. So for you to analyze and tell me, no, Sula must chill, they could be trying something new. That's not something new. That's a failed production. And I can repeat that in front of Frida, in front of the management. It's a failed production, and it has, where is it today? Where is it? Even the same people stopped pushing it, marketing it. It's not on radio. Radio is not playing it. So you cannot come and tell me it's my opinion. because maybe I've got issues with Frida. The radios you have issues with Frida. You have issues with Frida. You're not playing the videos on your show. Makwaya, you have issues with Frida. You're not playing the videos of Frida on the show. Why? Why are you not playing the videos on the show?
Because we have issues with Frida.
You have issues with Frida, right? That's not right. Guys, I tell you, for us to move forward in this industry, for us to grow, we need to be real to each other. Friends, if you're my friend and you see I am drifting away from the real life, I've become a druggie, I am over drinking, just because you drink with me and I buy you alcohol and you see that I'm drinking more than I'm supposed to drink and become stupid, help me, stop me, advise me. Don't encourage me. That's being fake. That's fake friendship.
Would you say Ruke's analysis were perhaps fake towards the situation?
No, they were attacking Sula.
Oh,
They were attacking. They were trying to throw back to Sula as a bad person, as that person who does not want, maybe is not happy with where Frida is. That's what came out. Because I told you what I got. I shared with you.
Yeah, you were
the messages.
You were unhappy. Yeah.
Yes, I shared with messages from the people who watched it.
Different people that
watched it. They were saying, "But what's going on here? Do you have beef with Ruke?" I said, "No, I don't have beef with Ruke. Why? Go watch." Then I went to watch and I said, "That's what I was trying to call. What's going on?" Don't make it about Sula. Be neutral. Help. This platform was created to share and to uplift each other, not to fight each other.
Hence what we did for Elvo, isn't it?
You understand? You understand? So when you come here and try to now shift the reason why this program is here to a person, then you're creating more hate for that person. Dude, I don't expect the whole Namibia to like me. Jesus was the realist, right? But you're still hated. Do you know that Jesus was hated?
He was crucified
by his own people, crucified by own people. Who am I to expect everybody to love me? I don't expect everybody to love me. I don't expect it. But be real at the same time. Hate me for a good reason. Dislike me for a good reason. Don't try to use petty stuff because you don't like Sula. No, it doesn't work like that.
Do you suspect that she doesn't like you?
I suspect not only her. A lot of people don't like Sula because Sula is... Because I've got my... People don't understand. I should like you for who you are. If I don't like the way you walk, I stay away. You understand? There are people who love you, how you operate, how you walk, how you drive your dreams, right? And those will appreciate you, they'll come to you.
Yeah.
And there are those who say that, but I work different from this guy. His vision and mine don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't have to talk bad about you.
Be honest about it and...
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk nonsense about you just because I cannot work with you. You know what I'm saying? And I have that problem. People hate me, but they don't know me. Because they heard somebody, Sula is this, Sula is that. And then when they meet me, oh, but you're not the person that, you're different from what I heard. I get that a lot. I say, what did you hear? No, you're not a good person. You're this. Well, this is what you see. This is Sula. I can change for you. I've got a vision. I've got a dream. You want to be part of the dream and vision? You walk with me. You want to be part of my dream and vision? You work with someone else. But don't create hate for someone you don't know, just because you heard from someone else who doesn't like them.
You and Ruke, I mean, before this, you guys knew each other, but you never really worked.
You see,
For that matter.
we've never worked together.
Okay.
Knowing Ruke she's a media person.
Yes.
She's a media person. And media people, and I'll tell you the truth, it's an experience everybody knows. We sign artists, we're music labels. And when an artist in Namibia does not like you, when they have a fallout with you, they'll run to media. Right? You know that, right? They'll run to media. Oh, this, and media, because they want to write, they want to attract readers. They'll use some crazy words to attract readership, and they'll write based on that's our problem with our media. They'll first write shit about the person, publish it, then later call you
For comment.
Are you getting me? So what's the point? By the time you want to go and clear the things out, you've already sold what you wanted to sell to the reader. They already have that negativity about that person already before. What's going to change their mind? What's going to change their mind?
Has she written something of that similar?
No, she's been there, she's done that. She knows that. I mean, she's not new in the industry. She's a legend. We respect her as a legend. But I've always said, don't side. Be neutral. Be objective. For the purpose of growth. We are a small industry. We know you love Frida, love her, but again, yes, should watch it and say, oh, Ruke is on my side, but have you helped her? Have you helped her? We reached out, me and you, to people to help Frida. Has anybody going to help Frida? Have you heard from Frida?
Nope. We
Are
just
you getting
can't
me?
get through. We tried, trust
Yeah,
me.
but now,
Yeah.
was it wrong? Is it hate that you're looking for Frida? Is it because you don't like her? Because you're concerned, right? So somebody said, no, Sula has got issues. Guy, I'm an investor. I put my money where I want it to go, and I want it to grow. If I mistakenly put my money on a creative and it's not working, I don't have to fake it. Some contracts do work and some don't. It doesn't mean because our dream didn't grow together, now we are enemies.
With reference to the other artists.
Yes, to other artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That work with
That
you.
worked with
and
me.
They have the things that they say about you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They would say, but trust me, if any of those artists say I owe them money, they let them come out, because I know every artist that I have signed in this country, every creative I have signed and Ogopa Butterfly in this country still owes Ogopa Butterfly money.
Oh, they owe you money?
Yes. Every creative I have signed in Namibia still owes Ogopa Butterfly money. I have never got my return on investment. Ever. Never. Not 50%, not 20%.
Including girl level.
Including girl level. Never.
elevator, ukapa top floor, akasenjo mabako. Yeah, what you share?
Chwani, anitama my steps, kani fucking kani. Daka wawamba just that tag. To the style, you know we don't papa. Keep on a vapala, vachenga vatala maka.